can I get an intro here without you interrupting? Before we get into today's video, we've got all of our Treader Taxi shirts back in stock in black. Boys looking fresh. Gunner is repping one. We got a little dude one on his back. You want to say hi to the camera? You say hi? Say go to brucewilsonshop.com and grab your merch, right? Right? He's got, what do you got in your hand there? You want to show the people? Is that a pulling tractor? That must have something to do with today's video. And a pulling sled? What? Oh boy. Gunner, what do you say? Boy, look at this thing. I told you guys I was gonna get one or build one. And look what's on the trailer. I don't know why this thing showed up today. Do you know, Ryan?
Well, I think it's got your name all over it.
It's going to. So we've got white collar the cab over. We got a deposit on it and sold. I was like, you know what? We got to put that money back in the channel for something with more content. And here it is. My buddy Brian Caparelli's got 3 pulling tractors, and I've been looking at this one. He's had this thing together for like 10, 12 years. I was like, man, I'd love to have that tractor one day. And I seen him at the pool, so I was like, you know what? I shot him an offer, and we worked it out this week, and here it is. Dropped off a smoker pulling tractor. It's got an Alice Chalmers engine in it. I don't know all the details. Whenever Brian gets here, he's got his driver here. Brian's going to explain everything to us. We're getting this boy unloaded.
You gonna play with it, bro?
We're gonna rev her up some. We're gonna go sled pulling this weekend with it. We have so many sled. We got garden tractor sled pulling. We got a diesel tractor, and we got a big old semi truck. We're gonna have like the freaking unit rolling up to the sled pulls. Could you imagine?
The sled pull starter pack.
All the stuff we're taking over there. It's gonna be so much. Oh boy. Anyhow, Brian will be here shortly. We're gonna get this thing started up and check her out. Boy's a runner. So Mr. Brian Caparelli showed up here, and he's going to give us the rundown on this thing. So it's an AGCO. What year is the body panels on this thing?
Probably late 90s.
Okay.
Chassis is the original D21 chassis. It's been in the pulling circuit since the 70s.
Oh, so you're selling me a 40-year-old tractor, 50-year-old?
Let's call it that. Yeah. Originally out of Tennessee area.
Okay.
I don't recall the gentleman's name, but I bought it back in, I don't know, before you were pulling.
A long time ago, yeah.
2011, something like that.
Yep, when I was in high school, yep.
It's been around ever since, and it's been a good tractor. We did redo these. I hope you keep the name. I don't know if you're going to.
Those are nice, though. Who Airbrush?
Airbrush. Jason did that out of Ocala.
That's pretty slick.
He just redid them.
I don't know. I'm thinking about putting a Mahindra hood on it still.
Okay. Why not?
All right, I'll quit talking and let you talk. So what else we got going on this thing?
Well, everything's up to date and everything's running. Just want to show you the basics on what you need to know. You can go to check everything.
Okay.
Pull your panels.
Well, that's easy enough.
We didn't get did we get the prop rod? You got a prop? I'll bring it to you. Yeah, you got a broomstick?
Possibly. Yeah, we can. I can go grab one.
I
right
don't want to
quick.
scratch them. You want to hold on for a minute? Take your side panels off here. Everything's up to date. Everything's teched lately. So
I know it made it past their tech this past weekend,
so everything's good.
My truck didn't.
It's basically your 426 Alice. It's been bored out. I really don't know. It's 500 cubic inch, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
3x3 charger, no intercooler.
But it's water injection, right?
It is, yes. Your Simpson valve is here.
That works off boost pressure?
Correct, and it is. It's automatic. You
Okay.
don't have to hit no buttons. Your fuel pump is here. Your water pump is there for the Simpson valve.
Okay.
Your water tank is up front with your fuel under the hood. Usually runs about 1/4 of a gallon per run. of mix.
A fuel or water?
No, water. Your water
Okay.
injection. Your fuel, I don't know. It'll run a couple gallons through on the run. Let's go open the other side.
What is this right here? Is that like the oil filter system or something?
Yeah. Basically, when they had them, they would have been over here, but they used the same filter housing that come on the tractor back
Okay.
100 years ago. So I just changed the oil in it before we went to Ocala.
Okay.
I'm gonna show you something over here that you need to leave plugged in. You gotta clean that oil up. I'm running that Brad pin,
Okay.
and if you leave that before you go to a pull a day or two before, turn the block heater on.
It'll burn
It
it
cleans
off.
all that moisture out. I leave it on anyway, usually a couple days after, so all the moisture in the valve cover in the head,
Yeah.
it burns it off.
Okay. Because for the water injection, there's a
Correct.
lot of moisture in there.
You want to put more weights, you got brackets here. You just unbolt these and slide. Get international weights.
Okay.
I'm sure you have some.
We just picked up 14 Mahindra weights.
Well, you might can make them work.
So.
You'll learn how to take these off.
That one's in there, ain't it? Dang. Oh. So this is the engine. You have to have this if the engine blows apart.
That's right. Your side shields, NTPA, and all them. You've got both the new cable is up to date.
Yep.
2 cables for your head. Your blanket. This is your block heater.
Okay.
It's got water in it. I don't run any antifreeze in it.
Just water.
Just water. If it goes to cold night, drain it.
Okay.
Just in case, P3000 pump. Your charger is a 3x3, older style. It's like a GT42 housing. It's not been updated, but it's been still a good turbo.
Is it going to hurt to update it?
No, but I'm going to tell you right now, if you do put more water, more fuel to it,
Okay.
because I've got the fuel backed off a little bit for this charger. You put a bigger 3x3 or 3x4, I'd say you put a quarter of a turn or something in it.
Okay.
You'll have to figure all that out.
That water pump still working?
Yes, it works.
Okay.
And that's just the only, yeah, it's just ugly. I don't know, it's copper. I've got these where you can just go buy
Okay.
that's an old pool pump
Yeah.
style. Your fan, there's a fan switch on there.
Does the EGT gauge on it work?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, they do. There's 2 of them, one on each side. Remember, the throttle, the kill switch is backwards on these. You pull it out to start it, not push it in.
Yeah.
Like old Alice Chalmers, remember they were backwards.
So you pull it out to start it?
Pull it out,
Push it in to shut it off.
correct. All your guillotine trip and everything's up there.
Do you have to like shut the fuel off to this pump to get the tractor to start? Or it would start with?
No, I usually roll it over a little bit and crack it a little bit and then throw it all the way. It's very easy to start. It
Okay.
isn't like the rest of them where you got to eat through them. On a cold day, you'll have to eat through it a little bit.
Okay.
It does have power steering. I don't think it's working anymore. We checked.
Oh, is it an electric motor or
It's a
something?
Saturn steering box.
Oh,
Go to
okay.
discount and go get a new Saturn steering box. All wired in. The rheostat's wired on the dashboard. Everything's there.
Okay.
Your 2 posts for charging your batteries are there. Your 2 batteries are under that. You have to open the hood to get
Aluminum.
all that.
Okay.
Let me have it. Show you where to put it. This is
Hey,
a little
the aluminum.
bit shorter than what we want, but I'll bring you the thing I made.
Okay.
Fuel,
Yep.
water.
Okay. Remember that, Ryan.
It's fairly self-explanatory. You'll
Okay.
see it. Your batteries are in there. You just have to slide that over to get to them. There's your charger.
That is an oldie, ain't it?
Yep, that's old style.
So ideally, what would you want to put on it?
Well, for our classes, being that it's a little bit over cubed, you can still run a 3x4. You can't run an intercooler.
Okay.
So you could run a 3x4 and run in the hot farm class. Check some of those rules. The hot farms that we brought down that we were pulling with were 3x3x6.
Okay.
So I'm sure, like I said, that's a lot of older technology. There's a lot better chargers out there that'll give it another 200 horsepower. Just
You think
remember,
it's going to hold the engine being tired is going to hurt it? Just leave it how it is and run it for a while.
I would, if I were you, if I was going to do all that, I would at least go back through it and check your bottom end and everything. You know how these things are. They're fine 1 minute and
Next minute
10
they're
seconds
in
later
pieces.
they're in pieces. It doesn't take long. I know the pump's good. I service the pump. Check your oils in there.
Yep.
I run Brad pin in it either too. About every 10 runs I'll drain that.
Okay. Yeah, that's how it was in the old pulling truck.
Yeah, same thing. You had the same pump on the Dodge, I'm pretty sure.
I had a
It's-
P7100.
Okay. It's open RPM. There's no governor in it.
Yeah.
Your guillotine and all your safety stuff's on the other side. I'll show you. You can see the cable and everything.
Told you bring your toothbrush to work, Ryan? You got a lot of cleaning to do.
Yeah, it's dirty. Here's your cable.
Yep.
Make
yep,
sure it goes in that far.
Yep.
Underneath here, there's a little piece that I let it travel on. It's just a little switch. Make
Yep.
sure it stays right there because it'll travel free. And
Okay.
then when I go to pull it, it won't pull everything out. It'll
Okay.
just pull it. Your safety, this is your guillotine.
Yeah, they're ready for me to pull
Yeah,
them on.
if you need it.
Okay.
Your fuel dump is on the dash.
Dump valve.
Your dump valve is, it's on the other side. Anyway. Any
Figure
other
it out.
thing? This is fairly simple. This is the easiest tractor for anybody to drive.
Okay, because I want my dad to drive it some too. So.
It's the best one. You saw Wade driving it. He's drove it for me for years.
Mhm.
You go straight down the track. You run it in high gear. I'll explain the gears here in a minute.
Okay.
But yes, I would feel comfortable with that, with you or your dad running it. It's not, it's not going to get away from you. All your tie bars for your cage are correct for NTPA. Your cage is certified for 3 years.
Okay.
It's all done. The tractor's past tech, so you should be able to kind of take it anywhere.
Okay.
You have your double hitch. We tape them off here.
Whatever.
We don't use that double hitch usually. This is for your
Guillotine.
guillotine. Other than that, I checked oil in the rear end the other day. Everything's good before it comes. Needs a little cleaning, man. She needs a little TLC. You got a lot of cleaning on your hands. She's done me very well.
Yep. Ryan's got a lot of cleaning on his hands. I got him in there scrubbing the hood underneath the Pete so we can paint that white out of it.
He's got a lot of cleaning here, buddy. I feel sorry for you because I haven't washed her in a long time.
God, this rear axle is huge.
Yeah, that's a D21 rear end.
What's a D21? Alice Chalmers, I guess?
Yeah, remember the biggest tractor they made?
That
back
big
then?
ugly one with the big ugly hood?
Yeah, big square hood on it.
What horsepower were those back then?
I think 100. So, your tires you might want to sharpen them again this year. Again, these are the older style pullers, but they're good. The cords aren't showing on them or anything. So, you still got a lot of life left in them.
Cool. So what do you do? Put these panels back on? We can figure out how to run it?
Yep. You put the hood down first.
Okay. Is that what this is for?
Yep. Yep. That's exactly what that's for. Said I'll bring this when I see you Saturday.
Okay.
Get your panels on.
We're gonna see Brian on the side of the track watching us pull. He can be standing like this.
What they doing wrong? No, I promise I'm not that way. I'll let you figure it out yourself because I sure hate it when people did it to me. Everybody always had an opinion. Everybody always has an opinion. So, you got the other one?
I thought I
What
did.
do with it? Here it is.
I'm tired.
See, you got to put them right there so you know where they're at.
Okay.
I'll show you the trick on the side panels.
All right.
Very simple. Do it by yourself. Everybody always wants to help, and they never stick it underneath. See that? Very simple.
We're gonna have to find this airbrush guy.
He's in Ocala. This guy does all my trucks.
That's good.
He does beautiful work. Need to have him work on the Peterbilt.
I know, right? Get business expense put on it. This is advertising expense, what we're gonna call this one.
I took all my names off except that one. You don't have to leave that one on there either if you don't want.
Gonna have to buy a tractor on here somewhere.
Well, there you go. You got plenty of room now.
Hey, it's only one person.
Look at me. Like you said, I'm gonna stand on the side of the track. There you go. Better with one person, isn't it?
Yeah. put some rivets in there, make them boys look good. Got a bunch of stainless rivets. Semi-truck stuff. Master power there, does that work?
Yes,
Okay.
that works.
How'd you bend the front? Come down hard and break an axle one day?
Probably, let's say a few years ago. Yeah, I did that. I remember when I did it because that's the time I broke the clutch too.
Oh, nice.
And I think we're in Zellwood. I remember when I did it. I hit really hard one time. So I'm gonna give you a quick rundown on how to crank it.
Okay.
Very easy. You're tacking all this here. All your safety, make sure she's in neutral.
Oh, I got an IntelliDash. That thing's about 30
It's
years old,
old.
huh?
Yeah. All right, you ready?
All right, what did you do here? So we're in neutral here?
Yep, we're in neutral.
Okay.
We turn this on. This turns your power for all your gauges. That stays on. And your fan. Ready?
Yep. It's idle pretty high, ain't it?
I got it idle high.
What's his name?
Yeah, you can turn it down if you want.
So in is,
That's your fuel dump. Out, and I got this where it locked because I had a problem with it wanting to walk in on me. So your boost gauge for your turbo, water pressure, water temperature.
that's a big gauge.
Yeah, I've had that forever. Water pressure, here are your two EGRs. Just have to reset them.
Okay.
Play with them. Your temperature shouldn't exceed 1500.
Okay.
If you are, when you put another charger on it, put some more water to it.
Okay.
You've got 4 jets in it. Now they're the old style jets. I have some and I'll bring them to you. Where it's set now is where it's been set. So obviously it's working. I've had, 12, 13, 1400 degrees. I don't like to get over 1500. Some say you can run 1800.
Yeah,
Look,
why
this
risk it?
thing's lived for this long. Don't risk it. So
What's this right here?
that it was for that steering.
Oh, okay, to turn up the power.
Yeah, right. So it's not working. It's blown the fuse. There's a fuse on the starter. You'll see it. I have it wired in. You want to replace it. It's fine if you're driving. I straightened all the rod out. Everything's good. It just helped a little bit, but that's like the second one I put on. Now you can go get them for $60 at AutoZone
Okay.
if you want. But
So why is the light on right there? Because the master switch is on?
yeah, this stays on.
Okay, until you hit the master power.
Correct. That's your fuel dump. This, I disconnected this. This was for ether if you
Okay.
needed it. We are not using ether anymore.
Okay.
You don't need it. It's under there still. It's
Yeah, I've
hooked up.
seen
If
that.
you want to use it, go buy a can of John Deere ether and put it in. I have it run into the front of the turbo.
Okay.
I think it's capped off, but it's there. Your throttle. You got your guillotine kill here,
Yep.
your extinguisher, and your belts. You should be good.
We're gonna run it this weekend, then play with it next week.
Okay.
Work on cleaning it up.
You're gonna take it to
Osceola.
Osceola next one. All right. Clutch. There's a tool here. I'm gonna show you if I can find it. That's a 3-disc Kenny's clutch.
Okay.
There's a tool in there that you insert to check your depths. There's a little round that's the depths you need on everything. Everything
Okay.
should touch at that. You're fine. I know he hasn't really slipped the clutch. I think you're good. If you feel like you want to tighten it up a little bit, you can.
You do
But-
that you can do it from the bottom side?
Yep, just take the blanket. It's all open underneath there.
Okay.
So
That's why the blanket's
it's
loose like that.
almost identical to your truck clutch you had.
Okay.
You had a full slipper or pedal slipper.
Pedal.
Same clutch.
Okay.
So you know how to adjust them.
Yeah.
Leave that there. That way you have it.
Okay. So
Anything else?
where's you said you pull in high gear?
Yeah.
All the way
All
over?
the way to you and back is this is reverse.
Okay.
Over and one click forward, 4th gear.
Okay.
Like a regular 4-speed. That's the gear you pull in. I've got this gear, which would be 2nd, is your pit gear you drive around in.
Okay.
Now, there's 2 more gears.
First.
I've never counted them. You can cut this off and shorten it, and this will go under the dash, and you can find them, but I never used them. I always thought they were too low.
Okay.
So if you want to,
It doesn't pop out of gear or nothing?
nope. That's a Gettner transmission. It's a 2-speed transmission. Underneath there's another set of gears, but it's in high now. I don't know why you would need the low ones.
So it's a factory transmission still?
No, it's a housing.
Okay, so
there's a guy that built these things years ago, these Alice Chalmers transmissions. I don't know if he's still around. He's in Indiana, but it's one of his transmissions.
Okay.
If you got technical, you could jack it up, count your rotations, and figure out your gear ratios if you really got that. But listen, that's the high. That's always been tall gear. That's your reverse, and your neutral safety switch is in there.
Well, I guess that sums it up.
Very simple tractor to drive. I hate to see it go, but I'm ready to move on and do something different.
So Brian's gonna get into truck pulling. We got that thing about tore apart again.
Do you?
Put a cam in it.
Okay. I'm not too far behind you. I think I'm gonna have one by next year for sure. I don't know what I'm gonna do or what I want yet, but I'm gonna do something.
We're getting
I
there.
want something new.
Let me drive this thing. All right, so red lever is the throttle, or the shut off
No, that red
button,
shield?
the red button. Yeah, right here. That's the shut off.
That's your shut off.
So pull it out
It's
and just.
out now. That's your fuel dump. Don't pull that one.
Yep, yep.
Push that in, roll it
Neutral.
over once or twice, and then pull it out.
Send it. Heck yeah, boy.
Fast gears. I put a different shifter in it, my leg.
Yeah, boy.
Go park it. Hey, that roller.
Cut.
Well, there you go, folks. This boy is an animal. We're gonna get Brian paid up and get him out of here. And we'll start tinkering this thing, getting her washed up. Boy, I'm freaking pumped. It's so much louder just sitting right up there on the seat. We're gonna make some adjustments because like, whenever my leg is there, this Hurst shifter kind of gets in the way a little bit. Maybe we'll shorten it up a little bit. And I gotta open the seat up because my fat leg's in there. All right, we'll be right back.
I don't like this.
So Ryan went to pick up his wife and some tools to work on the pulling truck tonight. We're doing the cam and all that good stuff in it. Oh, you about to run it? You about to run Gunner over? And Amber, I don't think I've ever blindfolded her for anything. Hasn't seen this thing yet. All right, now you can take it off.
Where's it at?
Right in front of you.
What the heck is that? That cost a lot of money, didn't it?
I'm gonna let you drive it.
No, I'm not driving that.
Yeah, you are.
No, I'm not.
Okay, well get on there and start it up at least. Gotta see how hot and sexy you look on this thing.
How much was this thing?
Don't worry about it. Don't ever ask that. Just get up there and drive my tractor.
I don't think I can first. I don't think I can.
Oh, dang, girl. What do you think? There's women driving, pulling tractors all over the place.
I just use the ones that sound like a...
You can drive it.
I'm not driving this.
I'm gonna teach you to drive it. Stay up there. I want you to start it up. Gunner, come here, Boogie. Come here. Where you at? Where you at? There he is. Come here. We gotta stay over here so Mommy don't run us over. Come on.
So this is what you're talking about.
The cash from the safe, yeah. All right. We're gonna make sure it's in neutral. Oop, it's
I
in
don't
gear.
want... Oh, it's stick shift? I can't do that.
It's in neutral. You're gonna flick, pull that handle out, press the button down and pull it out. Press the button and pull it at the same time. There you go. All right, we're in
I
neutral.
don't want to drive it right now.
That's on. We gotta turn the master power switch. Oh yeah, it's loud. It's not that
How you
loud. It's
start?
not gas engine loud.
You said, oh yeah, it's loud.
It's not loud.
Yes, it is.
And you're gonna press that button until it starts up. Press it. Don't mess with that shifter now. What is it, Boogie? Press the hand throttle. Right there. No. Right there. Press it forward. Press it forward. Do it again. Press that in. I think you can drive it. Are you ready?
No, I'm not.
Are you ready to see
I'm
me
not
drive it?
driving this thing.
I'm ready.
You're not driving.
I'm ready to see you get down.
You're not driving it. I freaking can't get down.
Amber just got a rebuild kit
It hurts.
and she's a little sore. What do you think, Boogie? Huh?
I can't.
Well, folks, we're going to welcome, for now, Drastic Measures to the channel. We may rename this thing. I really want to put a Mahindra hood on. I know a lot of you guys can be like, you are insane, but there's no Mahindra tractors. We love Mahindra tractors, and we want to be different. And I guarantee you, we put a Mahindra hood on this thing, it will be talked about everywhere. You know, we're going to be polishing the wheels up on this thing tomorrow, getting it washed up, and getting it brought back to life. And then next week, we're going to be working on it a little bit more and just updating it and doing a few more little things. We're not going to be making any major changes just because it's a good running and working tractor. I think we may have a clip. I'll throw it up right here of this boy running down the track. But that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. All kinds of cool stuff coming at you. We're putting a cam in the pulling truck tonight, putting a new radiator in it. We're getting the little pulling tractors ready to go. We're going to be at Zellwood this weekend. You can go to flpullers.com. You can see that. We sponsored the event. Come out and see us with Drastic Measures, the pulling tractor, Business Expense, the pulling truck, and we've got all 4 garden tractors. We got some of them boys right there getting them ready. We are going to have one semi-trailer full of pulling vehicles. It's gonna be crazy. Hope to see you all there. Make sure you guys smash that like button, drop a comment down below, and subscribe. Go to brucewilsonshop.com, grab your merch. We're ready to rip and send some of this stuff out. Peace.